Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the Daily Brief with Logical Orange here at Sublime Traders. The videos where we drink our coffees together and we talk about crypto. So now we are just going to take a tour of what happened yesterday and what will probably happen today, starting with Bitcoin on the daily. We have a nice fat candle that is forming and that is spelling continuation for the current bullish move. We also have some good news related to Bitcoin today. So Bitcoin is bullish following the federal announcement that the economic strength in the US is moving upwards. I don't know what exactly to say about this. Economic strength, in my opinion, is under intensive care from the stimulus that was injected these days. Let's just stick to Bitcoin for now. So Bitcoin looking good on the daily, looking like it wants to retest the all-time highs that we had recently. Yesterday we posted a trade. I hope you saw it on the channels. We target a Fibonacci based resistance on the daily, more or less about this level. But let's see what happens on the smaller time frames, starting with the 4-hourly. 4-hourly isn't looking as good as we would have wanted it to. However, this is a normal move for Bitcoin. We might be forming some kind of downtrend with this move. Just marking it like this. It can be another bullish flag forming into the channel. This would be, just let me plot it like this. This would look something like this. It makes sense. We have some anchors here that we can plot it onto. Just getting rid of this. So this is a potential move that Bitcoin can make right now on the 4-hourly, and of course on the hourly chart would be more or less the same, only with higher resolution. So what do we have right here? On the upside, we have the normal resistances that we would have at every price reversal. So I would have a resistance here, also the top of the channel, of course, then the Fibonacci based resistances. This formation has just happened. I hope it is not the case for this to validate, but if it is, if it would make sense, that's why for the trade that we have opened currently, we should move the stop loss to the entry point. This would be a very intelligent move right now. So let's go the bearish scenario first. Bearish scenario, we have some targets that are on the downside. I will leave the bottom of the channel for last, because I want to talk about the more general ones. So on the downside, we have the previous support resistance level that is very important right here. We would have also the bottom of the channel somewhere. If we continue with this type of momentum, we would hit it somewhere about here. So it would be more or less in a confluence point with another support area. It would be in a confluence point with another ascending trend line that is basically the middle of the pitchfork I drew some weeks ago. Would make sense. Would also be the Fibonacci based support right here, and with time I think we would have an EMA that would look something like this, probably. So this area right here is a possible target for a bearish move, if we don't get rejected here. So these are very unoptimistic targets that we need to consider for multiple reasons. One, we need to consider them because we have a trade open on BTC right now, and we need to protect our current position. It doesn't make sense to keep a position open when we are in profit. So we can take some profit now, close it even if you want to, and then we can wait for the bearish move to happen so we can re-enter. A re-entry here with the correct wave position would be ideal. It would be ideal. This would mean 52k, sorry, as a re-entry would look amazing. Would look amazing if we would have a nice wave structure. Of course, this is a very pessimistic option that we would have on Bitcoin. I personally don't hope this happens, even if we want to accumulate more Bitcoin for long term, which I agree with. I hope that we break the pattern right here, or maybe we would do something like this. I hope this happens, basically, so we can retest the local resistance, the all-time high, and continue higher. We have the fundamentals for this. The news are looking perfect for this to happen, but we never know. It is crypto. It is highly influenced by any news that can pop any time of the day. So we need to know that this can happen also. So to resume, the basic strategy for this is we are in profit right now. We can sell part of it. We already hit TP1 on this trade. So either we close on our whole position and we wait for another reversal, and right here we will need to have another setup, or if we reverse around this level, support resistance level, or we wait for a big drop. That can possibly never happen. So there is also another possibility. There is the possibility that these two would intersect. They do intersect, and we would form a triangle. So we have a triangle right here. Let me plot it. We have a triangle. As we know, triangles are some of the most important patterns in trading in general, not only in crypto. It happens in stocks, it happens in forex. Triangles are indeed a very, very powerful form of pattern, and when they break, they usually move a lot. And we have, let me just move it just a bit, like here. Okay, so we have a bullish or bearish potential move when out of this pattern that can make or break positions. But it is good to know that it is here, because we can protect ourselves when it exits. We know that we can add more to our position, or we can close our position, so we are protected. As you can see, we are nearing the end of this pattern. In my experience, I think I saw 3 or 4 times in large time frames like this, 4 hours or more, patterns that went all the way up to the end of the formation. We usually break at about 70% of the pattern, So 70-80%, somewhere around this level. I'm just gonna mark it like this. Somewhere around this level, we would need to break out of it. And just being positive right now with the news we have, this move becomes real. I think it is very possible. We didn't manage to break it right now, but we will. The momentum is here, the volume is here. We just need another push, and when it's out of the pattern, we can have a very nice potential move, market move like this. We can have a very nice potential move like this. Possibilities. What do you see here? Do you see something that I also see? Do you see this? Oh yes, the 61.8. The Fibonacci level 0.618, 1.618, 2.618. These are just the same levels on different scales. Just look at 0.618 or 0.414, the same thing. So we have a potential move that can go all the way here. I will not go to the downside right now because we already have some targets. We already have some targets right here. A potential move, if we measure the same distance to the downside, will go maybe to the 0.236. I think it is possible, but somewhere around here. Let's just plot it because I'm curious. Why wouldn't we? Assuming that we leave the formation at about this level, this would be the downward move, the most pessimistic downward move that we can have. Okay, but until then, we have supports right here, confluence point. So yeah, I don't think that the bottom target is realistic. I think the top target is really realistic. So we are just going to see what happens. For now, we are taking profit or selling part of our position. We know that the channel can go down all the way to here almost. We know that we are in a triangle. If we break up, we know what can happen. And if it does, I will ring a bell. I will ring the alarm. I will yell as hard as I can that we are now breaking the pattern and that we should allocate assets to this trade. So I will be the first one to yell about this. So now it is clear for Bitcoin. I have something else I want to talk about. I have a potentials list that I created for coins that are interesting in the near term. By near term, I mean something like 1 month to 3 months. These are coins that are really interesting for me right now. 2 of them, I will add them to the long-term portfolio that is posted on strategies. And those 2 are BAT, Basic Attention Token, and Link. I will be adding them to the long-term hold list, so you can see the updated version of this list on the strategies channel really soon. You can copy the portfolio if you want to. Just quick analysis on each of them, really quick analysis. BAT, no enter now, because basically wave structure indicates a potential high. We also have a lower high in wave structure right here, and this is kind of a easy small bearish divergence, not really a bearish divergence, but possibility that the price will revert. So my entry point for BAT is somewhere around this level right here. It can be a little bit to the upside, somewhere around this level. And this is a very good entry for BAT. Next, Link. Link is forming link is in a channel, basically is in a channel that is ascending slightly with a very small angle. If we were to place a straight line right here, we see that we have a small 5 to 6% angle between the channel and the horizontal line, which means that it is moving up, okay, but not very strong. The trend is not very strong right now. We have some positives with it. We are about the EMA. Well, the EMA ribbon opens and closes, not really pertinent in this case. What I am waiting for link is to break out of this slightly ascending channel, and I would have a trade like this, something like this, with a target of 40.66 and the stop loss inside the channel. So this is link. My next interesting coin for the next 3 months would be Filecoin. Filecoin, FIL USDT, really interesting coin. No entry now. Also, we have like what seems to be a double top on the wave structure. For me, a good entry would be somewhere like the 60% of the initial move from breaking the initial channel. So we have like 100% move, and I would like to target this entry right here. So 30% retrace in this case would be a very good entry for Filecoin. Until then, no entry, we just wait, but we need to watch this. And the last one would be Mana, which is Decentraland, which is an NFT based token that is basically a game creating virtual worlds and selling parts of it on marketplaces like Rarible, OpenSea, and other similar marketplaces. I know this because I'm getting interested into NFT, and I would like to know your opinions of NFTs and what you think on the chat. If we can have a chat about this, I would be interested. So technically, no, let's just finish fundamentally. Fundamentally, Decentraland is booming right now, is doing very, very well, getting a lot of interest from the NFT markets. And I think it has a very nice future. Technically, we have a very nice potential entry right now. I just can project myself up to this level for now. It will be reevaluated. Of course, I could have said just target resistance 2. It is a possibility, but for me it is too far. Remember, we are on the 4-hour chart. Maybe we will have an update this week on a new target. What I'm waiting for right now is to have a break from the descending channel, which look like a bullish flag, basically textbook bullish flag. If it breaks here, I will enter around 1.07, somewhere around here, and target this area with a stop loss inside the channel. Of course, stop loss can be more or less about this level. The wave structure isn't perfect, but it is a possibility that opens to us to enter in this level. So this is all for today, guys. I hope you found it helpful to watch the video today. And as always, if you have questions, don't hesitate to write on the chat or in private. I will answer as fast as I can. This is all for today. Thank you for watching and happy trading.